Hello everyone. Just thought I'd live stream for a wee bit. I've been wanting to do it all bloody week, to be honest, but I've just not had a chance to do it. Just let me double check my audio. Won't be a second. Yeah, audio's fine. I just needed to double check that for a second. So, I was originally just going to do this on the Zoella calendar, but then something happened today and I was a bit miffed about it. So we're going to do both. Right, first we'll talk about the Zoella calendar. The issue I have with the Zoella calendar is what I'm going to do is I am going to jump onto this. There we go. So, this is the Boots website, and this Boots is where you can get it from. It's the Zoella. All you need is Christmas calendar. It was £50. I'll just zoom in for you guys. Was £50, now £25, because Boots have heard about the complaints, so they've reduced the price, and it's sitting at a 2-star rating. And the vast majority of there's 12 5 stars, and the vast majority are 2 or 1 stars. Terrible, wouldn't even give it 1 star. Everyone is saying this overpriced, but there's only 12 doors. If you had 24 doors, it would be anyway. Now, the reason why everybody was kicking off was because of the items that were in it. There is 2 cookie cutters, a small pack of confetti, a pack of 7 stickers, a small bag, like a little pencil case type thing, a festive cookie, candle, a Christmas clementine room spray, a pen, a fluffy keyring, a gingerbread man cookie cutter, the other one is a star-shaped one, a mini notepad, and of course a Christmas candle. Now, apparently Zoella's turned around and said, well, the reason why is because the third-party company that's doing it has decided the price, not me. Now, the thing is, Zoella will be getting money from this. Sorry. I'm not sure how much she'll be getting or the percentage, but even if it's a third-party company that's doing something, if you put your name on it, you have to make sure that A, it fits your brand, and B, that it is worth the money. People have looked for these exact same things on Amazon and on eBay, and they said at most, if you were to buy the things individually, it would be about £20. Now, that's not considering the fact that there will be thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of these units in boot stores throughout the country, and they may be in other countries. The advent calendars may be available in other countries. I'm not sure. Now, if you were to buy the items individually on, say, Amazon and eBay, like I said, it'd be about £20. However, that's not factoring in wholesale. I know Phil did a video on this a couple of days ago, where he talked about the whole thing and all the financial issues and this, that, and the other. And he actually explained that if you buy, and I know this for a fact because I used to work for a company that would wholesale items. I'll explain this without telling you what company I used to work for and the clients they have. Some of the clients of the company I used to work for before I moved to York were worldwide clients, and what they do is they'd send stuff to us that was like pens, point of sale, glasses, beakers, things like this, and stuff like that. And because they would come in from us from wholesalers that they bought them from, and then we'd hold them and dispatch them into individual orders to wherever they needed to go, we knew the price of those items coming in, because that's something we would find out, usually through the invoice, because the invoice would come with the delivery, obviously. So an item that in a bar or in a shop could cost like £5 or £6, when we see the invoice and it sees the prices, it's nowhere near that much, because when you buy stuff at wholesale, you get it, depending upon the deal between the company and the wholesalers, at a very small amount. And that's what's happened with this, is the third-party company's got all these things together, but they haven't paid that much for it. Then, because Zoella's name on it, they've charged £50. Now, the problem is, like I said, if this was something Zoella didn't have a lot of creative control over, which is weird considering some of the items have her name on it, and some of the items are items that her merch handles and that her line handles, because she has a lot of lines in Boots. Just let me go back onto the Boots website. Right. Boots. Go back to Boots, right. Because I know in past years a lot of the makeup and stuff are sold at Boots. Zoella. So those are like, there we go. These are all Zoella stuff. And she sells a lot of it for Boots. Stationery. Again, exorbitant amount of monies. I'm sorry, but no. Even if you put your name on something, you have to ensure that it is a product you want to put your name on, and you have to make sure that it's a product that your customers can afford. Now, the fact that she's had there's been a lot of backlash because of the whole Hello World issue that there's been. I know some people liked it, but a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't feel safe. A lot of people felt misled. And then this is like, you literally, the openings I've seen online, some people have loved it, which is fine. But when you look at something like this, just double check. When you look at something like this, it is. When you look at something like this, it is insanity to think that you're expecting your fan base, which is primarily between like 14 or not younger to like 25, to pay £50 for an advent calendar. And then there's the whole fact, a lot of YouTubers I see only put their name to things they think is worth having their name on, or is things that they've designed themselves. A perfect example, me and the hubby are sort of banding about the idea of getting one of the new Markiplier t-shirts, because I like anything holographic, and it's holographic, and we both love Markiplier. We're batting around the idea. We haven't decided yet, but we're batting around the idea, and it would be like a Christmas present, because we share t-shirts and things between us. And one of the things with Mark is, when Mark does something, you know that it is worth the money, because he's not the type of person to put his name on something he doesn't believe in. The same with the Team Edge guys. The same with Phil. But when you have YouTubers that want money so much that they put the name on something they have no control over, It worries me. It really does. I was never a fan of Zoella. I don't know why, I just wasn't. And everything that I've heard over the last 4 or 5 weeks has cemented that. Now, this also harkens back to my Hello World video that I did. But a lot of British YouTubers are doing a lot of these things where they're essentially reaching for money. They want more money, they want more information, they want more things, and they want it now. And they've got a house to keep up, and they've got a dog to look after, and so on. And it's like, if you value money over your fans, then let your fans know. If you value fans over money, then you're not showing that at all. So anyway, if you're watching it now, if you want me to answer any questions, pop them down in the comments, or if you're watching after, then let me pop it down in the comments, and I will see what I can do. Now, sorry, I'm just jumping onto the next screen. Right. In actual fact, this the video for this is actually in your iCard. Okay. This is the other issue. Over the last couple of days, there's been a lot of issues with Jake Paul. Now, I know I said I'd never make another Jake Paul video, but here we are. And the reason why is because I'm pissed. Doesn't take a lot to get me pissed, but and I don't mean drunk either. And I am not drunk. This is just flavoured water, I promise. I can't drink a right lot. I can only drink flavoured water, and milkshakes. And I can't drink normal water because it makes me feel sick. So that's why I'm on this. It's called Halloween. Sorry, getting distracted by shinies. That's why I got this. It was a present from the hubby last week. Anyway, back to Jake Paul. Stop getting distracted by shinies, you daft woman. Right, Jake Paul. The Martinez twins, who are former members of Team 10, have been saying things about Jake. And one of the issues is some of the factors, and Phil actually goes into in detail in this video, are backed up by evidence in the vlogs and in the videos. And the only problem is even if Jake tries to private them now, they're already out there because Phil's already got them. But it's they were saying that living in the house, they never knew when there was practical jokes happening. Jake wouldn't give them a room, they had to sleep on the couch. Then they made themselves a room, but then he knocked it down, destroying fan artwork in the process because it wasn't legal. And then when he eventually gave them a room, he'd wake them up in the middle of the at all hours and at all times with pranks and wreck their rooms so they wouldn't feel safe, which is fine. And he would call them beanies or beaners, which is a derogatory name for people of Mexican descent. Now, the Martinez are from Spain. And anybody that's watched any of my videos will know I am of Spanish descent as well, so this is not a very nice thing for me to hear. And he's not responded to the B News. He's not responded to the fact that the Martinez claimed that that Jake held back money from them and for events and whatnot. He's not addressed any of that. He's just addressed the fact that he felt backstabbed and this and the other, and he saw them in Spain. They were living in deplorable conditions, so he brought them to the US, gave them a new life, paid out of pocket for them to go over. Well, not a shit show, like it's your company. But the thing is, paid out of pocket, you'll be able to get some of that money back off of tax reports because it will be characterized as a business expense. So, obviously Jake doesn't know what he's doing. But the biggest issue I have is the racism allegation. Now, unfortunately, there's no proof on this one. But, and this is YouTube being hypocritical at best, they severed ties with PewDiePie on YouTube Red, with a basically saying behave yourself type thing. After the whole hit piece happened, where I think it was the Wall Street Journal claimed that he was an anti-Semite when he wasn't. His videos were being taken out of context. I've already had this conversation with my own Asian, but never mind. And they severed ties with PewDiePie because there was claims that PewDiePie was racist, when PewDiePie isn't racist, never has been. And it's like, yeah, sometimes he might say something a bit that isn't right, but I've heard worse of people that I played games with. I used to play online games, remember? And believe me, I've heard a lot worse than that. And when I say a lot worse, I mean a lot worse. Now, when that happened, they severed ties with PewDiePie like this, even though the hate piece was proven over and over and over again to be misconstrued information. And all YouTube need to do was check a couple of PewDiePie's videos, the videos with those particular lines of footage in them, and see that it was taken out of context. They didn't. They just can't be sure. But yet they are still doing shows with Jake Paul, even though there is an allegation of racism when it comes to Jake Paul. And there is no proof there was no proof with the PewDiePie. It was videos edited in a way to make it look like he was being racist. But then there was this incident where he was calling two Spaniards in his house a derogatory name for Mexicans. Same language, different parts of the country, mate. So, yeah, I sounded very British then. Sorry, it's like 20 past 10. No, it's 20 past 12 nearly, so, you know. And, I've had a nightmare every day. I'll get to that in a minute anyway. So, you've got all these issues going on. And you've got all these factors going on. That why is it one rule for PewDiePie, but another rule for Jake Paul? Jake Paul gets backing, even though he's being racist. Jake Paul gets all the support, even though there's an accusation of racism. That I can actually, believe it or not, I can actually see it happening because of the way Jake Paul behaves. With PewDiePie, the issue was that videos were edited in an incorrect manner. Now, I did actually tweet YouTube today. I'm probably going to tweet them back. Right, so here's my Twitter. I use this because I use it more for promo than anything else. I'll explain that one day. Right, tweets. You're still endorsing Jake Paul after serious allegations, some with evidence of racism and mistreatment of his employees. Now, excuse me, that is common amongst those that escaped his control. Check out this video, and I'll link Phil's video. Now, why is it one rule for one and one rule for another? When the one person you'd expect to have them to have their back on is the guy that brings the most money in for YouTube, which is PewDiePie. Let's see how many PewDiePie is 56,899,815 subscribers, and Jake Paul is 11 million. Thought I was subscribed to Pewds. I am now, never mind, but I thought I was. But it's one of those things where you hold the biggest YouTuber to one standard, then it should be across the board. It's the same argument that I have with the whole fact that Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon and others are allowed to bypassing the no ads on catastrophes and tragedies clause on YouTube, but everybody else is allowed to announce on videos about, say, the Las Vegas shooting, etc. Which apparently they are trying to rectify. But at the end of the day, if it's one rule for one, it should be one rule for everybody. And why is it that if I can't get videos? Okay, I'll show you my dashboard. You see, I don't make a lot of money. Right, video manager. I do have some videos that aren't live, just so you know. I was going to do one that's live tonight. Whatever. Why is that one? Not sure why that one is monetized. Right. This one I understand, but I'm still going to appeal it anyway. I always do. Right. So. Okay. Right. This, for those that don't have a channel, is Video Manager. Now, these are all the videos that I have. As you can see, the top 3 aren't live yet, which is the EDS, the Judy Haim, and the forensics of the recent sexual harassment allegations. Then you have the Red Full Black debate, North Korea, Hello World, Social Repose. That one's not live yet either. I met Nigel Lawson. Right. So these are the videos that you do. Now, the reason why I'm confused is these two. I'll increase the size so you can see what I'm doing a bit better. Right. These two, I'll take them in a sec, are pretty much the same content, meaning they're both about sexual harassment. One of children, one of adults. Although in Kevin Spacey's kid, they're more of teens, which are characterized legally as children. So, they're essentially the same topic, right? They've got almost the exact same tags. And, yeah, one's monetized, one isn't. Then we have this one, which is just about my EDS. And it's just mentioning that part of my EDS is getting worse. And it's demonetized. So, even with the same account, they're contradicting the same rules for everybody. Just the tags for these are almost identical. These tags are, the tags for that video are, I'll show you what the tags are. EDS, Ehlers-Danlos, gastroparesis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, family genetics inherited. Edit. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Dr. Oz, children, Charlie Sheen, drama, exposed, details, information, details. Now, I think the reason why this one might be demonetized is because I did put the word harassment in. Yeah, harassment. So if I take that out, save changes, it is entirely possible that that video will soon become monetizable. Because I've removed one of the words, although I seriously doubt it because of the title. And like I said, this, because I'm talking about all sorts, I understand why that one's demonetized. That I'm talking about racism, so I can understand that one. That one, I am mentioning certain types of content, so I understand that. I never monetized that one to begin with. I never released that one. That one was demonetized, then it was monetized, and then it was demonetized again, and then it was remonetized again. Onision tried to get this one demonetized, but it didn't work. That one got demonetized for some reason. That one got demonetized, but I understand that. But it's strange how, even with the same channel, the perfect example, Black Dahlia case, very similar to the West case, but it's monetized. At the end of the day, what you have to do, sorry for the delay, not monetized. That I understand because it's about death. That I understand. Like I say, some I understand, some I don't. But it's like the fact that these rules are in place and people are arbitrarily being spiked. Because like I said, I'll go back to... So I'll go back to this one. When I first uploaded 2 videos, most benign videos I've probably ever done on my channel, which are these 2. These 2. I'm an jealous and don't do this if you want to get published. Both were demonetized. And then when I asked for a reason why they were demonetized, I couldn't get one. So I'm a bit pissed that there is this thing where people don't seem to want to have the same rules apply to everybody. If Jake Paul gets demonetized, Jake Paul's allowed to keep his YouTube Red series, while PewDiePie lost his for the exact same allegation. What's the point? What is the point? If you have one rule for one, it's the same rule for everybody. So I'll probably have to calm down before I tweet him again, because otherwise I'll just get mad. As it is, it was bad enough doing a couple of the videos that I've done for the last couple of days, because I was that mad. When I was doing the Judy Heyman, the forensics one, I got so mad. When you see the videos, you'll understand what I mean by I got mad. So, but yeah, this is a little bit of a look of the inner working of a YouTube channel. But yeah, these mean it's not suitable for most advertisers. This means it's fine. So, but time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. There is a distinct chance I might have to re-upload a couple of them, which is weird, but never mind. I'm probably going to log off soon because, like I said, hi Tim. Hello. Yes, I'm live. Hi Tim. For those that aren't aware, Tim's the one person that I probably get the most comments off, and he always checks in on me when I'm on. And he's one of my oldest fans, bless him. And I do. Oh god, that looks weird. I'll just jump over to that for now. But yeah, I don't go live often, Tim, but when I do, I have a rant. But yeah, this is going to be like I'm going to come off in a bit because it's like 12:30 and I need to sleep. Because my washer decided to break down on Wednesday. So the guy came to have a look at it and it's dead. And we're getting a new one, but that might be a bit of a headache. But we'll sort it out between me, my mother and father-in-law. We'll figure it out between the 4 of us. Luckily we have a warranty, so we get a new one free. It's thicken out the either repair or replace. So it's one advantage of being with the company that we got them from. So, but yeah, I've got that to deal with morning, so it's like, oh god. Should be fun. It is. I've not been live for a long time. I'm going to try and do it a bit more often. Sometimes my body doesn't let me. Uh, but I'm hoping to be able to do it when my body allows me. Probably once every 2 weeks or so, on good days. So, with a bit of luck, I'll be able to stick to that. I used to go live on Twitch a lot, but because this computer can't hack games, I generally don't go live on Twitch anymore. Because my computer literally gives me the middle finger when I do that on games. It doesn't like it at all. At all. But yeah, I've got a lot to do tomorrow, so I'm going to head to bed soon. But Tim, hi, stay safe, be good, and I'll see you very soon, Tim. Look after yourself. And anybody else that watches after the fight, hi and goodbye. Look after yourselves, be kind to each other. Night, Tim.